full name is Kimberly Espiritu. I took Bachelor of Arts in Business Studies. It was with the University of Chester. I graduated year 2013. So my current occupation is I'm an Associate Business Development Director of Infosys. So Infosys is a global company headquartered in India, and we are listed in NASDAQ and also in the Indian Stock Exchange. And Infosys markets the solution of Finacle. So I actually provide software systems for banks, for example, for their core banking and then other modules or departments of the bank. For example, that could be asset and liability management, treasury systems, wealth management, cash management, also for channels like corporate and retail banking, websites and mobile apps. So stuff like that. It's very big. So I would say the industry is banking and information technology combined, and I've been in the industry for 8 years now. What I remember is that I was surrounded by very professional professors. So what I remember is that they really look out for their students. Like, for example, on my first year in Southville or SISFU, I would say I'm an introverted student. Like, I don't speak out a lot. I mean, it depends like on who the professor is, because sometimes I would be close to them, sometimes not really. But even though I'm not close with all of them, they all showed me equal support, and I guess it's the same for other students. So for example, in my first year, I remember in my marketing classes with Miss Grace Chong, and there's also another lady, I think I forgot her name, she's a foreigner. So you know naman that in SISFU we have papers, more on papers instead of exams. So like in our marketing papers, they actually praised my work that I write well. So little things like that inspired me to do better, because like my talents or skills usually go by unnoticed. So like that's what I like with the professors in SISFU. Like they really commend your hard work wherever that is, and also provide you constructive feedback. And yeah, aside from that, like for example, we would also have classes like managing professional development, and that's with Miss Nadira. For example, this class, you wouldn't find this in other colleges, like managing professional development. And I remember that's when I started my LinkedIn profile with Miss Nadira, and then she would be really in close contact with us in terms of honing our skills, in terms of professional development. So like I see that class as something that would help me outside of school. We also had this, I'm sure you also have this, research classes with Dr. Noida. I really love doing papers back in college rather than exams. I remember Dr. Noida really explaining the different methods of doing a research paper. So for me, I focused on finance. So with that, I also work closely with Sir Rick Ramos for my finance paper. And so same as with Dr. Nuida, Sir Rick was really pushy about learning the correct way of finishing your paper, like creating different formulas. So I was really engaged in terms of my paperwork, and I feel that really helped me a lot in terms of my confidence, because the professors can spot where you're good at and they will commend you, and they also provided feedback really well. So I think I was able to, compensate for those areas that I think I'm not good at. Apart from the professors, I've met a lot of good friends there, and until today, we still talk. The environment there and like my classmates in SISFU, I believe helped me in terms of my communication skills. There's also a lot of extracurriculars available in SISFU. So for example, I was also part of the school newspaper, The Bridge. Yes, I was also part of that club. And also, at one point, I was president of the Southville Junior Finance Association and as well as for the Marketing Association. And for SJMA, we really went to the Philippine Junior Marketing Association and we actually competed, me and my batchmates. So that's Denise, Pablo, and Dria Ralieta. So we competed with other schools and we actually won. I think top 2 or top 3. So we did the marketing campaign for Canon and we actually won. I think these things really honed our skills in SISFU. And aside from that, I also joined sports clubs. So I was part of the volleyball team and also the futsal team. We competed with other schools. I believe I really developed or enhanced my skills and abilities in college compared to when I was in high school. But I'm sure there's like different levels of development when it comes to learning. I'm glad that I was able to be part of the extracurricular clubs because it helped me learn how to become a good leader and how to represent our school. So that really helped a lot. When I was in the volleyball team, we won games, so that was fun. And then when I joined the futsal team, I really enjoyed it, and I really felt that even though I was a beginner, I still contributed to the strengths of the team. So the other highs was like whenever we would win in inter-school competition, as well as like there was this stock game that was led by our school. So we also joined that, and my team on week 1, we were actually number 1, but after that it was like the Christmas vacation, so we didn't really get to focus, so we didn't win at the end, but that was fun. When before graduating, we're supposed to do a dissertation to get our diploma. When I was defending my work in front of a panel of professors, so I remember Dr. Lam was there, Sir Anoche was there. Since I know everything about my paper, I was able to defend my paper well. I got a lot of positive feedback from that, so I was really happy and proud of that paper of mine. And I remember I actually brought the hard copy of that paper in my first interview. I conveyed how passionate I was in front of my first employer. So that was fun. I mean, papers I know were like so full of it, but I actually enjoyed doing my final dissertation paper with SISFU, and to the point where I was even talking about it during my interviews. There's a lot of highs. When we did our classes, it's not always serious, it's fun. For the lows, I wouldn't say it would be a low for me. I think this is part of the SJMA group, the Southville Junior Marketing Association. So me and my friends, we did this black party. So we actually arranged an event and then sold tickets to SISFU students. And that was held in Makati. And I learned a lot, but it was like hard work. Like at the end, we had a lot of fun. A lot of students attended, but we just had a break even in terms of the money. But yeah, I remember that time because like I'm not really a party goer. So that time there were a lot of people, and then of course as the managers of the event, we couldn't really like enjoy, have fun because like I have to take care of what needs to be paid during the event. That's when even me and my friends were fighting already about which decisions to make. But yeah, I just remember it to be like overwhelming and like too tedious and hard work. But I wouldn't say it's a low because like we had fun. We had fun memories from that party and we were able to execute it well. I guess aside from that, it would be maybe some petty fights with my friends during school, but I guess that's normal. Being in different clubs in SFU pushed me to excel because like normally, like, so when I started in joining SJMA, I was doing the creatives part. But then when I joined the SJFE, I was then voted as president. So there are things that I wasn't ready to do, but then I was pushed to become a leader. And I think it helped really well in terms of my work now, because confidence and belief in your abilities really helps in terms of other people believing in you. Those are some challenges. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was like hard challenges. It was like really balanced, and like I would say it only turned into positive outcomes at the end for me. I really put importance in terms of having balance in your life. Actually, before I joined SISFU, I was studying in Mapua, and I found it hard in Mapua. I did 2 sems there, and one of the things that I learned from the books that I read is that it's best for you to decide quickly rather than waste time. So that's why when I learned that SISFU offers degrees that we can already focus on in right when we join in our first year of college. So there's like more heavier emphasis on the major classes rather than the minor ones. So with that being granted, I didn't waste time. When I joined SISFU, I was faced with, the major classes right away, the marketing, business management. And aside from this, the school made available different extracurricular activities or clubs that we can join in. To me, this really helped, like in combination with academics. So it was really balanced for me. And on top of that, I was surrounded with really helpful, encouraging, and professional professors. Being exposed with a lot of activities in college and just taking opportunities handed to me like in front of me, like becoming a president of a club or joining competitions outside. So it really honed my skills, whether it may be academic or non-academic. I feel that it's important to hone your skills and in communication as well. Like not just really, written and verbal communication, but also in terms of how we connect with people. And I feel like being in an environment, in a school environment like SISFU, gave me these positives, like whether it may be skills or connecting to people. So my advice for the current students of SISFU or those who are planning to go to SISFU is that to take whatever challenge or opportunities that they are faced with. Like just take it and grab opportunities, put yourself out there, make the most of your college experience. And I would say, even if you have graduated, finished your papers, to continue with self-development or self-improvement even outside of the school. So with the advice given by my professors, I continued with my self-development. So that's why I joined Toastmasters, and it's a continuing learning for me. Right now, I'm just 8 years in the industry. People would say that's still relatively young. So I know I still have a lot of things to learn. It was really good being with SISFU because I really learned a lot. And actually, I never really had plans for myself after leaving SISFU when I joined SISFU. So like to me, I just immersed myself not knowing what would be my career trajectory after leaving the school. But I always knew that I wanted to work for a bank. I guess joining SISFU was the right decision for me because it's really on the business side, business minded, and like I was able to focus on the finance side. So I guess while you're in school, at least get to know what you really want. Read some books or articles on like what industry you would like to be in after graduating, and while we're still being provided with a lot of tools and opportunities from SISFU. So yeah, that would be my advice. Just to immerse yourself and take challenges and grab opportunities, and also even if you're faced with a low point in your college or university days, don't stop there. See it as a learning curve, or don't see it as a failure but as something to learn, because it's always a never ending learning challenge for me even until now. So yes, I hope that advice makes sense.